വെയിറ്റ് അല്പനേരം കാത്തിരിക്കുക. നാം ഇനി അടിമത്തിൽ കൂടി വരുന്നു.
Electromagnetic theory. What is electromagnetic theory? First is electrostatics. Just once more. What is electrostatics? Electrostatics is the study of charges at rest. Then just opposite, moving charges. They are electric current. I is equal to dq by dt. Then we discussed about Coulomb's law. Then in that chapter also Gauss's law very important. 1 by epsilon 0 times q is equal to E dot ds. That is the just a point to, just in one line we can say that E dot ds is equal to epsilon is equal to 1 by epsilon 0 times q or q by epsilon 0. That is Gauss law. Gauss law means we are assuming a Gaussian surface. That may be an imaginary surface, maybe in the form of a cylinder or a circle, or that based on our convenience. There is no strict rule. Just assume a cylinder, just assume a sphere, just assume a circle. Nothing like that. For calculating the electric field inside and outside, something like that, we are assuming a Gaussian surface. That is the principle behind the Gauss's theorem. Just simply, we can say that E dot ds is equal to 1 by epsilon 0 times q is equal to flux. That is simply Gauss's theorem. Then we discussed about the capacitance in series and parallel. Capacity, that is also important. The points to remember, that is when in series, rather diagram also. That is when two capacitors are connected in series, what happens? Two capacitors are connected in parallel, what happens? An easy way to remember whether it is in series or in parallel. Series means a division. Division means each and every partner will get only a fraction. That is the meaning of division. Division means just a division. That means reduction. Okay. Reduction means that means 58,000 or something. That divided by 2. Or that divided by 3. Or that divided by 4. Something is each and every partner will get only a 1 by 4th or 1 by 3rd or 1 by 2. Something like that. Not full. That means division means a family. Division means a problem. That means less. A reduction. Losing the members, etc. Losing the happiness, etc. That means addition means happiness. One skill, adding another skill, adding another skill, adding another skill. That is happiness. That is singing skill. For example, like singing skill, mimicry skill, drawing skill, writing skill, good handwriting, good skill for memorizing each and everything based on time, space and events. Physics means the study of time, space and physical conditions also. Physics is basically the study of energy, matter, physical materials, that is physical substance around our world, and also the study of motion. In your terms also, it may be, we can classify it as electrostatics, moving charges, I is equal to dq by dt. Just opposite to that of phi, that is resistance. Resistance also, that can be also be connected in series and in parallel. Just opposite to that of capacitance, R series is equal to R1 plus R2. R series. That means R suffix S is equal to R1 plus R2 or R3. But R parallel is equal to R1 into R2 into R3 divided by R1 R2 plus R2 R3 plus R1 R3. That is when resistance are connected in parallel. And also another thing is that R is equal to rho L by A. Rho is the resistivity, L is the length of the conductor. That means in your practical also, if you someone want to calculate the resistivity of a wire or something like that, by using a screw gauge or something like that, you are measuring something. That means measuring that area, diameter. Diameter means 2R. 2R is equal to D. That is by using a screw gauge. It is better screw gauge. Vernier okay, but for minute wires etc., screw gauge is an innovator. For something measuring this or something like that, vernier. But for small wires, when the area cross section is very less, screw gauge is necessary. That is R is equal to rho L by A. Then measuring the length and calculating the area cross section. Area cross section, that is in the form of a assume that geometrical shape, then that area. If it is pi r square, then assume pi r square, substituting the value of pi 22 by 7 or 3.14, something like that. Just converting that r into smaller units. That കടപ്പുറം ദൂരെ കാണുന്നത് വിഴിഞ്ഞം ഹാർബറുമായിട്ട് റിലേറ്റ് ചെയ്ത് ചില വർക്ക്. smaller units into basic units and including in that bracket and just squaring it, we get the exact value. R is equal to rho L by A. And the units, for example, resistance ohm,
When I look,
capacitance farad, inductance.
stay tuned for the latest message excerpt from josephprince.com. Forgiven, by the way, forgiven here, you can learn Greek. Say perfect.
L, resistance means also separate like that, and potential. Coulomb, charge means coulomb, like that. And also 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0. That means 9 into 10 raised to 9 Newton meter square Coulomb raised to minus 2. Just in the case of gravitational force, Newton meter square kg raised to minus 2. That is the only difference. Another thing is that, so we have electrostatics, then on the other side magnetostatics. Electricity plus magnetism. That means electromagnetic. That means that joint form electromagnetic. We can generate waves. Electromagnetic waves. And also electromagnetic spectrum. Electromagnetic spectrum starting from radio waves. Radio waves having higher the wavelength. When the wavelength increases, frequency decreases. And also we discuss about dispersion. And also reflection, refraction. Refraction is nothing. That means bouncing back. When light hits on a particular surface, bouncing back. And just reflect. That is known as reflection. That is, it obeys the laws of reflection. Angle I is equal to angle R. And also this normal, this also lies in the same line. Refraction is that bending of light rays when light travels from one medium to another. With respect to another medium, for example, that depends. Some medium is denser than something, some medium is rarer. For example, when light travels from vacuum to air, because the refractive index of air is 1.003 something like nearly equal to 1, but actually not 1. The exact value of refractive index with respect to vacuum is 1. That means unity. Unity means 1. That means what is the definition of refractive index? Velocity of light in vacuum divided by velocity of light in the medium. That is the exact value of refractive index. Suppose if glass having refractive index 1.5, that means that 1.5 means greater than 1. Greater than 1 means numerator should be greater than denominator. Then according to our definition, what is refractive index? Refractive index means the velocity of light in vacuum divided by velocity of light in the medium. Velocity of light in vacuum, that is a constant, nearly equal to 2.99 something, but for convenience we are taking 3 into 10 raised to meter per second. That divided by when light travels from rarer medium to denser medium, the speed decreases. That is a pointer number. Speed decreases. Speed means, in the case of vector quantities, that is speed means velocity. Velocity decreases. When you are going through a highway or bypass road, etc., there is no traffic block or something, or LDF or UDF or no strike or something like that. When we can, if sufficient petrol is available for us, that means then we can ride very fast, very easily. We can relax, just relax and ride. But in the case of some roads like Sriyari, at the time of 3:30, 4:30 or 5:30, lot of traffic, we cannot relax. If you want to attend a marriage function at the time nearly 6:30, suppose you are these two persons are the chief guests, then looking at the clock, looking at the watch, that means the velocity decreases. That means when light travels from rarer medium to denser medium, comparing vacuum and air, vacuum is the rarer medium and air is the denser medium. That means 3 states of matter: gas, liquid, solid. Then moving from gas to liquid, again the velocity decreases. In gas, the atoms, that means one molecule is present there, another molecule is present. The interspacing between that molecules is very large in the case of gas. That is freedom to move. That is why diffusion happens in the gaseous state. Diffusion. That means some sweet flavor or something, some food or something like that, easily diffuses. That penetrate or no, like that. But in the case of liquid, no such penetration, but it is better than solid. See, suppose at nearly just before 3:30, the school time actually 3:30, but 3:25, that means near the border. Seats are available, but not so free between 2 and 2:30. It is limited. But after 3:30, you have to stand here and look at the watch or something like that. Some having a knee problem, who like that, and putting some ointment and using some salts. That means when light travels from, again air to liquid. Again air to liquid. Comparing air and liquid, air is the rarer medium and liquid is the denser. And again if light travels from, see, now this is liquid medium, then solid medium. Solid medium means what? Glass. Glass is a solid. But wood is an opaque object, okay. Glass is a solid. Diamond is a solid. That means the velocity again decreases like that. When velocity is decreasing, the refractive index increases. That means diamond, for example diamond, the refractive index of diamond is 2.4 to something like that. And again, this refractive index is inversely proportional to critical angle in the case of total internal reflection. That is another NV also. So when light travels from rarer medium to denser medium, the velocity decreases, okay, but the refractive index increases. So the basic definition of that is an important area to ask. That means a reflection, based on something like that. State the laws of refraction or something, draw a diagram, angle of incidence, angle of refraction, and angle of emergence. That means like this. Angle of emergence is equal to angle of incidence. These are in the same angle. The difference between the lateral displacement. There is if there is no refraction, then the lateral displacement is not available. But refraction, concerning straight lines there is no refraction. But then inclined plane there is refraction. Exception is straight, non-inclined plane having no refraction. Again then light travels from just opposite. That means when light travels from denser medium to rarer medium, there are two laws also. And every surface there is we can draw normals in the case of circle, cylinder or any surface like that. When light travels from just reverse denser medium to rarer medium, the refracted ray moves away from the normal. Then another formula to memorize, DR. Denser medium to rarer, DR. DR means according to Forest Act, something like that, and law of this Forest Conservation Act, and also some Conservation Act in 1986 or something like that, Wildlife Protection Act in 1972, etc. like that. Deer is not an endangered species animal, but we have to protect deers also. If a person is captured in deer or peacock or something like that, then the forest department may come like Lalwalex or something like that. You are under arrest. I say you are under arrest. Like that. That means be careful. Deer. Here deer means denser medium to rarer medium. Denser medium to rarer medium. That means denser medium to rarer medium. It will move away from the north. Away. When you are trying to catch a deer, oh deer, oh no. Duck, like that. That means it moves away from the normal, away. Oh, deer. What is the speed of a deer? Rabbit and deer, their running force is very larger than human beings. Like Indian bison or something like that. But only leopard and some lions or some tigers can catch that deer. But even though deers are more faster than these, even some leopards also. In one jump, like that is deer. Denser to rarer, move away from the normal. Just opposite. Rarer to denser, move towards the normal. That means when light is traveling from diamond to glass, that means denser to rarer, then glass to liquid, denser to rarer, liquid to air, again deer, denser to rarer, then air to vacuum, totally full. In space there is no such the ozone layer or something like that. Electromagnetic rays, the maximum speed is 3 into 10 raised 8, total full. No block or something, even not oxygen. That is the importance of optics and electromagnetic. Then dual nature means what? Dual means two. Sometimes light behaves as particles. Sometimes light behaves as waves. That is a ray optics and ray optics. The principle of reflection, refraction, rectilinear propagation, etc. we can explain based on ray optics. But interference, diffraction, polarization, we can explain these phenomena based on wave optics. At that time, light behaves as waves. Polarization means light having both parts, both the electric field and magnetic field. But when passing these light rays through some polaroids or something like that, some portions may be cut off, whether electric field or magnetic field. That is like a filter. These are known as polaroids. Polarization, that is some area, a bias, small bias. Normally unpolarized light. So polarization is another character of light. Like the velocity of light is a constant 3 into 10 raised to meter per second. Reflection, refraction, rectilinear propagation, etc. And even dispersion we can also explain based on the ray optics. And also wave optics, diffraction, interference, polarization we can explain based on, and Young's double slit experiment, constructive, destructive interference we can explain based on wave optics. Here the wave nature is manifest. And also concerning nuclear physics, that is also atomic and nuclear physics. Atom, until 1897, some persons, most persons, even scientists, they are thinking like that, atoms are indivisible. But after the discovery of electrons by J.J. Thomson in 1897, that theory, that is, there is that theory, that outage. Now we can say that atoms are divisible. It consists of a central part known as nucleus. Inside the nucleus there is protons, P plus N. P plus N constitute mass number. Total number of protons and total number of neutrons constitute mass number. Mass number is equal to number of protons plus number of neutrons. And also number of protons is equal to atomic number is equal to number of electrons. Total number of electrons in all shells, both Kl, M and N. In chemistry, you studied about Kl, MnL, something like that. In the first cell, S. Second cell, S and P. Third cell, S plus P plus D. Then Sp, Df. In the fourth cell, both Sp, Df, subshells. Don't bother about that. Then, sometimes light behaves as waves, sometimes light behaves as particles. Then another important question is de Broglie wavelength. Lambda is equal to h divided by p. Lambda is equal to h divided by p. What is h? H is a Planck's constant. H is what is known as Planck's constant. Planck's constant we can say that it is h. P is momentum. What is momentum? Momentum is the product of mass and velocity. Here these electrons can also be considered as a wave. So lambda, h is equal to lambda divided by p. H is so lambda divided by T. H is a Planck's constant. So de Broglie wavelength, lambda is equal to h divided by T. Correct. Lambda is equal to h divided by P. Where h is a Planck's constant, P is a momentum, lambda is the wavelength associated with this. So just substitute in that equation. In the case of P, substitute as mass into velocity. And also mass is a scalar quantity. Velocity is a vector quantity. Weight is also a vector in the first year. Plus 1. Weight is a vector quantity because weight consists of F. F is equal to m into g. G is a vector quantity, acceleration due to gravity. Mass is a scalar quantity. Mass is not a vector quantity, mass is a scalar quantity. But the combination of mass into m into g or m into a, acceleration is a vector quantity. M into G. Upward and downward motion, A changes into G. As in entrance coaching or something like that. Then change A into G. That is MA is equal to MG. MG, that product F is a vector quantity. But mass is a scalar quantity. So lambda is equal to h divided by P. P consists of mass into velocity. Mass is a scalar quantity. Velocity is a vector quantity. H is a constant. The unit of lambda means length, wavelength, full length, one cross. That means it is defined, the unit is defined in terms of meter. Lambda is equal to meter. But in some cases it is micrometer, nanometer or something like that. Again Armstrong, that means 1 Armstrong is 1 into 10 raised to minus 10 meter. Suppose in a problem it is written at 2 Armstrong or something like that, you have to convert it to SI unit. That means 2 into 10 raised to minus 10 meter. Then if there is a square, 10 raised to 10 should be included in that bracket also. So 10 raised to minus 10, suppose 10 raised to minus 10 square means if A into B the whole raised to M is equal to A raised to M into B raised to M. That means 10 raised to minus 2 the whole square. Again A raised to M the whole raised to M. That means 10 raised to minus 10 the whole square. 10 into 2, 20. That means 10 raised to minus 20. 10 raised to minus 20 going to the numerator. That means 10 raised to 20. Again, if there is 10 raised to minus 19, 10 raised to 20. That means cancel is 10 times. That is 10 raised to 1 on the upper side. That is why we are saying that there is no need to use calculator or something like that. Simple mathematical calculation. But it looks like a mountain. But converting into basic units and applying in that equation, lambda is equal to h divided by 2 or something like that, it's very easy to cancel. No need to use calculator. And also final units also. Then nuclear physics having its contribution in even astrophysics also. For example, in neutron stars, nuclear fission, nuclear fusion also. What is nuclear fission? Fission means division. Fission means division. When uranium is bombarded with a neutron, barium, krypton and 3 neutrons plus sufficient of energy. That is known as nuclear fission. That means here uranium is split into barium, krypton and 3 neutrons. Then at the same time we can balance the mass numbers and atomic numbers on the reactant side and product side. You studied it. That is why I go in this way. This way, please verify that the mass numbers and atomic side on both sides of the reactant side and the product side, they should be conserved. That you have to verify that. Then plus sufficient amount of energy. But in the case of nuclear fusion, fuse means combine. For example, fuse. This is known as fuse. Means combine. Just applying some bread, like a bread jam or something like that. Just to combine. What is marriage? Marriage is combining two things. Combine. But splitting means dividing. Here uranium is, fission is just opposite line. See, after attaining maturity or something, one daughter and 2 sons or 2 daughters or 1 son, they are saying that father and mother, we are going to that direction. My sister is going to that direction and that brother is going to that direction. So, the total children of father and mother is equal to this daughter in that direction plus this son in this direction plus that daughter in this direction plus their contributions. Their skill, their mimicry, their singing, their drawing, their YouTube videos, etc. That means energy. In the case of fission, it is energy. But in the case of fusion, that means many lighter nuclei combine to form heavier nucleus. That is happening in sun and stars, etc. That is, hydrogen is converted into helium with a sufficient amount of energy in the form of electromagnetic waves. Among them, only visible light is visible. But ultraviolet means higher the frequency. But infrared means gives a heating effect. It is also invisible. It gives a heating effect. Infrared photography applications. We can use infrared cameras and to detect the robbers and dacoits, etc. They want to see if some persons want to attack another person's house and installing a CCTV camera or infrared camera, and that person, trespassers will be prosecuted. Let me say important notice. Do not trespass, trespassers may be prosecuted. That CCTV infrared camera is watching that person. Which time, what is the time, place, location, event, etc. In the case of physics, space, time, events, motion, these are very important. It is the study of space and time also. According to Albert Einstein, that is relative. If a body or something can travel, don't bother about that, but you will study in degree level. Nearly equal to the velocity of light, then the mass increment, etc. And the time dilation, length of contraction. Don't bother about that. At that time you may study that m is equal to m0 divided by 1 minus a square by c square. That means for concerning non-relativistic motion, our normal mass is equal to moving mass. But comparing to the velocity of light, the velocity of KSRTC bus and velocity of this aeroplane, velocity of this auto or in a traffic block, they are very small, negligible comparing to velocity of light. That is why we are not comparing with the velocity of light. But if a object or a person approaching the velocity of light, then the condition may change. That means, suppose if a person having 50 kilogram, then that is moving mass to be considered. That moving mass is equal to rest mass m0 divided by square root of 1 minus v square by c square. That in the textbook, especially by SL or something like that, comparison of gravitational forces versus electrostatic force. That is charge versus mass. On the left side or right side, charge, mass or something like that. That is written. That is it is written that m is equal to m0 dot by. Don't bother about it. Just understand like. So this nuclear physics is very important, especially nuclear fusion, nuclear fission. See one thing, atom bomb. The principle behind atom bomb is nuclear fission, but the principle behind hydrogen bomb is nuclear fusion. In 1945, don't write at the end of Second World War. Don't think about the Third World War between Donald Trump or something like that. The newspaper, just going to the newspaper, there may be a Third World War or something like nuclear war. Third World War broke out. Then you cannot. So, pray, it may not. So, in the Second World War in 1945, after 6 years or something like that, it started in 1939. After Hitler attacking or capturing Poland or something like that. That is why in some films, Srinivasan is saying that don't say about Poland like that. So, Hitler captured that Poland. As a result, Second World War broke out. At the end of 1945, see, when Japan soldiers insulted some persons of American citizens, especially some women or something like that, America having the, not Brahmastra, but they prepared this atom bomb on August 6 and August 9. Just 2 days break. Have a break, have a Kit Kat like that. They are martyrs. Living martyrs are available even in Japan also. That is atom bomb. And also some contributions of some Israeli scientists or something like that, PhDs or something like that. The principle behind atom bomb is nuclear fission, but the principle behind hydrogen bomb is nuclear fusion. In nuclear fusion, lighter elements combine to form heavier nuclei with excess amount of electromagnetic energy. That is nuclear fusion. Nuclear fusion occurs in stars, sun, etc. They can generate heat and light. Stars can generate heat and light. But moon reflects the rays of the sun. It cannot generate light or something like that. Even Earth cannot generate light. The stars and sun, they can generate heat, light, etc. They can generate electromagnetic radiations. As in the case of nuclear, not fission, fusion. That means small. That means gigantic. See, assume the diameter of sun and stars, etc. like that. Assume the diameter of our solar system. So, astrophysics, welcome to astrophysics. It's very vast. I am very interested in astrophysics. So, after completing PG or something like that, all the best, please write a thesis or something and submit it. Paper presentation 1, 2, 3 or 5 or something like that. Take a PhD, then post a doctorate. Okay, all the best. Then going to electronics. Going to electronics means PN junction diode. Very important question. PN junction diode. In the PN junction diode can be divided into P region and N region. P region means positive region. Positive region means the deficiency of electrons. That may be termed as holes. On the other side, electrons, the charge of electrons is negative. So, PN, these two junctions used to form a PN junction diode. What are the uses of diode? For rectification. Rectification means what? Converting AC into DC. See, this AC, fan, light, etc. works under AC. But our rectifier, mobile phone, etc. And also in train, railways, Indian railways. You like Indian railways? Very good. Arey Baba. Go to a tour or journey in Indian railways, North India, East India, West India, South India, and welcome to Bihar also, North Indian schools also come to. Please prepare and come and prepare for a 3 days journey. Okay, but inside some offices, that means especially, see, in an electronic office, For example, mobile phone, laptop, some TVs, etc. They are working based on DC current. DC current means direct current. There is no this much. So, concerning the ripple factor, steady current, no variation. Here the current is not flowing in two directions, only one direction. That is the difference between AC and DC. And also one thing to be noted is that AC generator works under Fleming's right hand rule, but electric motor works under Fleming's left hand rule. That is also very important. Fleming's right hand rule, that is generator. Generator means we have mechanical force, but we have to generate electricity. For example, in an auditorium, if the current is gone, we have to generate electricity because the next day marriage function or something like that, or some engagement function or something like that, many guests are coming and eating the food and to and fro, something like that. In darkness it is very boring, so we have to generate electricity. Just assume it, no money for assumption. So we have input, but we have mechanical energy, muscle power, push up 6-pack or 8-pack or 12-pack or something like that. No disease is also a gift from God. And also that means generating electricity, that is the output. Fleming's right hand rule. So the diagram of AC generator, that is also important. That means in the case of DC generator, that is different. So the parts, brushes or something like that. That means each and every time it is rotated. That is generator. Especially generator works on the principle of Fleming's right hand rule, but motor works on the principle of Fleming's left hand rule. Inside the atom, inside the molecule, atom. Inside the atom, the nucleus. That means inside the nucleus, just simply, inside the nucleus, proton. Hello proton, how are you? Give me your number. Just assume it. Inside the nucleus, proton and neutron. So proton plus neutron is equal to nucleons. Total number of protons and neutrons, that is the mass. So when an element is written in the left side bottom, that is atomic number. On the upper side, mass number. So in a nuclear reaction, you have to balance these equations. On the reactant side, and like Narendra Modi, mere bhayo or mere bahano. On the reactant side and product side. At the same time, taking exercise, just relaxing also. That is good for our kidneys, heart, etc. like the blood circulation, even inside the class. Next is PN junction diode. Yes, forward biasing. I am assuming that you are asking or thinking like that. So, not telepathy or something. That means PN junction diode. That is forward biasing. What is forward biasing? When the positive of the cell is connected to positive of the diode, and the negative of the cell is connected to negative of the diode, that is known as forward biasing. That means that barrier potential. That means positive is going to this side and negative is going to this side. That is to and fro, to and fro, to and fro. So all the graphs of this palm, they vanish. Then the graph like that. Each and left, right, left. That means like when the gas destroys. Thus, that means the very easy part. But in the case of reverse current, no current flows. Why? See, there is no need to flow in that direction. Positive direction, negative direction. No need to use even that path, like a galvanometer. Null deflection, that is zero. In the case of null deflection, no current is flowing through the galvanometer. That is, they can relax like this. Like that. In the case of reverse biasing, when the, positive is connected to negative and negative is connected to positive, that is known as reverse biasing. Just reverse that circuit. What is the symbol of a diode? This. Just reverse. LED is also LED TV, LCD TV. These are applications of this electronics. LCD. That means it consumes less amount of energy. In each and every 2 months, hygiene is billing some bill or something like that. No need to attend. By using an LED bulb or something like that. Like that. But by using incandescent lamps, then the power constant V is equal to I square R, that increases. Then what is power? P is equal to VI, V is equal to I square into R. Or, there's another equation. These three equations you have to by heart. Basic equation is P is equal to VI. And V is equal, according to Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. So IR into I, 2I. 2I means I into I square into R. Or V square by R. The unit of power is watt. 746 watts is equal to 1 horsepower. So eat horse gram like a horse and write your examination very fast like a horse and lion, like that. No need to depress your mind. Support your mind. Don't be like Greshma or Chandamara or something like that. Think morally. Use this productive theory and also read these theories and just go through this physical experience, thought experiment and like that, and do some productive works, innovative works, including recording and discovering something and uploading something and discovering new including particles, etc. Positrons, what is positrons? Positive charged electrons are known as positrons. Here, same, some character of electrons, but Anderson in 1932 he discovered positrons. That is also a remarkable discovery in nuclear physics. Then electronics, gate circuit and or not gate, that is included. Communication, 5 years back or something like that, communication, that chapter is in. Okay, so all the best, please prepare for examination. Welcome to physics and chemistry, especially physical science, especially my interesting topic, astrophysics. Welcome to Pulling-Stone's solar system, galaxies and clusters and the borders of the universe. You cannot travel faster than the velocity of light with this body. Don't worry about that. Then your body, your mass may be converted into energy. Then mass is equal to, that means infinity. Don't bother about that. There are a lot of equations to prove that. Don't think. You just study these topics. So please write some problems. The maximum kinetic energy, right to do, the maximum kinetic energy of photoelectrons, the maximum kinetic energy of photoelectrons emitted from a surface when photons of energy, PHO TONs, photons of energy, 6 electron volt fall on it is 4 eV, that means 4 electron volt, E small, V capital. Once more, the maximum kinetic energy of photoelectrons emitted from a surface when photons of energy 6 electron volt falls on it is 4 electron volt. The stopping potential is you can use this problem based on the formula kinetic energy max is equal to E V square. Just compare it, the data is given and compare the standard equation. Question 1, so the maximum kinetic energy of photoelectrons emitted from a surface when photons of energy 6 electron volt fall on it is 4 electron volt. The stopping potential is One problem I'll solve for you. Just to think. I'll give you the answer. Just to think. Just relax and think. No need to worry about the problem. Just relax. You go to that situation. Suppose you are a semi. You go to that situation. You go inside that device and just think. Just solve it. Please write. Maximum kinetic energy. Please write. Your beautiful handwriting. See, handwriting is awesome. See, so. Sorry. That means I am familiar with it. So please. Even though I will try my level best. So some persons may write this. Something you cannot read that. Like this is not a way, but you have to write it, fix it. That means maximum kinetic energy. So it is better to. So kinetic energy max. So write this. Expanded handwriting or something law. So kinetic energy max like that. Is equal to EVs. Put like this. No running. Everyone can. Here 4 electrons. Standard is EV0. Here in the case of EV0 4 EV. So the value is 4. V0 is equal to, instead of that V0 is equal to 4 volt. V0 is equal to 4 volt.